Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of your Esthetician podcast. We have Rachel, also known as Skin Solutions by Rachel on Instagram. This is actually her second time on the podcast. I'm so excited to have you back. Thanks for being on today.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I'm so excited.
Of course.
So good to see you again.
So good to see you. We're actually going to go to dinner this time after. I'm so excited. We haven't hung out outside of Instagram or that podcast. So I'm so excited to have you back again on the podcast. So I want to kind of go where we left off, which you were pregnant last time. We did a podcast together.
I was big pregnant last time.
You were like about to give birth the next week.
Literally.
Yeah. Yep. That's crazy. It shows how hardworking you are.
And maybe a little insane, but yes.
Yeah. No, I was the same way. I remember when I was about to give birth, I was like, no, I can take clients until, because when you're literally about to take maternity leave, you're like, I need every single client. I need every single, like everything adds up. You're like, it's crazy.
Absolutely. And I had a really good pregnancy the entire time. So for me, like that was just another day, but I just happened to be very big and pregnant. So it feels weird. It feels like that was just yesterday. And then now I don't have that big belly anymore. So it's just crazy. I can't even believe it's been that long. And Remy is 7 months now. So
that's insane.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I can't believe it's been 7 months since I've last seen you. Like, where does the time go? I mean, you literally gave birth, right? 7 months?
I'd say like 8 months probably.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. That's crazy. It's like insane. How was your experience from kind of going into the process of prepping to go on maternity leave? Because I know that you had an employee.
Yeah.
You still have her, right?
So I started training her like right when I found out I was pregnant. I knew that I was going to hire her before I even got pregnant. But she was in school at the time, still finishing esthetician school. So the timing just aligned, I wasn't planning on being pregnant necessarily, but we also weren't mad about it either. Like we knew it was going to happen that year eventually. It just happened to be like January we found out, and we were like, oh, okay. Yay. Well, it's starting literally right now. So as soon as I found out I was pregnant, my employee Lorna, she had like just graduated, so it was perfect timing. I trained her for 9 months. She was shadowing me, I was training her, and it was just perfect timing. So she started working and taking clients of her own without me there right when I went on maternity leave in August. In August of last year.
How did you make that transition so easy for her? What would you suggest for somebody who's looking to bring on somebody to create a happy environment? It
depends. Like I would definitely say for any esthetician hiring an employee, like whether they're going on maternity leave or not, like take your time with it. Her coming out of esthetician school, like I had a lot of services. I have a lot of services, a lot of different skincare lines. So I did not expect her to learn all of that at once. She started with the acne specialist course from Face Reality, and then DMK, enzyme therapy, and then we just continued from there. So I knew it was going to be overwhelming if I just threw her out there and fed her to the wolves. So we just took it slow. I let her just shadow me as often as she wanted to, and then we started training her officially after like a few months of her shadowing me, just so she didn't feel like pressured to know it all right away. So she felt super confident before I even went on maternity leave. She was already taking clients of her own a couple months before that.
Wow. So how many months was it before you left on maternity leave? Like how long did she technically train for then?
Like 8 months.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. If you're including like shadowing and
amazing.
Training, like 8 months. Yeah.
And you want to make sure, I mean, when you own your own business, it's your baby, and it's so hard to put your trust essentially in somebody else. How was that? Was it hard at first?
No. And maybe this goes back to me just like believing that everything will work out because I have no choice. So with Lorna, my employee, I already knew she was going to be my employee before she even started esthetician school. She originally was a client of mine. We got really close. We became close friends, and she discovered that she also had a passion for skincare as well through healing her skin with me. And I told her, I was like, I know that you're passionate about this. So if you're serious about it, if you go to school, I will hire you. So she did. She literally paid her tuition in full. And then once she graduated, I brought her on. I kept my word, and it's been amazing ever since.
Those are the best stories. And the best stories I always hear is when it happens organically. Because
I hear from a lot of estheticians, like, don't get too close to your clients. But I'm like, that was probably the best thing that could have ever happened. Like,
oh, yeah.
I love being close with my clients. And now she turned into a friend, a family, employee. Like, she's amazing.
Yeah. And you get to create a healthy work environment because it's a healthy relationship. And it's with anything, you always want to start off things healthy and organically. I'm all about organic everything. I mean, I started my Instagram and grew that organically. How I got clients was organic. And I just think everything flourishes the best when it's happens the way it's supposed to, because you're not forcing anything. But how was the transition then, hiring her on, going on maternity leave? Was it scary?
So yeah, a little. I think towards the end, I finally had that, like, oh, this is real. Like, I'm about to have a baby. She's about to go off on her own, like, without me there. But it was cool because I lived at the time in so close to my job. Like, I was legit right across the street from my office. So, you know, God forbid the hydrofacial machine broke, or she ran out of something and doesn't know where it is. I was just a call away, and she could text me and be like, 911, I'm sorry to bother you, but, like, I really need your help. And I would literally just walk across the street and be right there for her.
Amazing.
It only happened once, so, you know, she was fine without me. It was actually a hydrofacial issue. Go figure.
The Syndeo? You have the Syndeo?
Yeah, I have the Syndeo, which I know a lot of estheticians were, like, you know, struggling with the Syndeo, breaking down a few times.
Are you good now?
Oh, we're good. Everything was fine. Yeah, it was a really simple fix. But
good.
Yeah, I will say, like, towards the end, right before I had Remy, you know, obviously I was like, okay, I'm about to leave, I'm about to have this baby. Like, what am I going to do? Just like the anxiety that you get, of course. But it was really all in my head. Like, everything was fine. If she ever needed anything, it was such an easy fix. So, yeah, it was great.
That's amazing. I think the biggest thing that I hear a lot, because I have so many people that message me about motherhood, and I mean, it's something that a lot of people can relate to when you're having a baby and starting, like, leaving your business for a short term to have your baby. So what would you say, did you set yourself up, like, financially? I mean, was hiring her on, like, what was the biggest takeaway that you would give somebody that is looking to go on maternity leave as a solo esthetician?
So obviously, you know, like, if you're solo and you make most of your money in the treatment room, start thinking before you go on maternity leave, like, how can I make money outside of the treatment room? Obviously, our clients need their retail products, so make sure you have content plan to market your products as well as your services if you do have an employee to do that for you. But, like, let's say you don't have an employee yet and you're going on maternity leave as a solo esthetician, focus on selling outside of the treatment room. I also did have an ebook that I was marketing as well, and that did so good.
I bought it. I loved it.
Oh, I love you. Thank you.
Of course.
I made the ebook myself on Canva. It was like 30 pages, I think. And I pretty much spent, like, my whole pregnancy just writing the ebook. Wow. And I knew I wanted to launch it, like, a week before my due date. And it's so funny because Remy arrived on her due date, and I was literally finalizing the ebook while I was in the delivery room. Like,
that is so
just
special.
Like finishing up a couple little tweaks, like some, like, proofreading things that I missed. But I was like, oh my God, she's here. Like, I haven't finished it yet. What am I going to do? I'm literally in the delivery room, like, okay. My husband's like, put the laptop down.
You're like, we need to give birth right now.
Literally. But yeah, I would say create a digital product, you know, like, that helped so much. There's so many ways to make money outside of just being physically in the treatment room.
No, that's so true. And I think that's where a lot of estheticians miss out, is not that you should just offer anything. It's not like, I mean, it has to come with integrity and hard work. Yeah. But find something outside of the treatment room that brings you passion. I mean, for me, it's helping other individuals in the aesthetic space, creating stock footage for people to use. And it's not just like, and now I can step outside of the treatment room, because I truthfully, now I only work about 2 to 3 days a week. And I'm sometimes a little more because I'm a people pleaser. I think every esthetician struggles with getting people in. You're like, okay, just for you, I'll come in. Especially, I mean, we own our own business. That's the beauty of it. But how many days a week do you work now?
So I work 4 days a week, sometimes 5. So when I came back from maternity leave, I only took a month off.
Same.
Which, you know, like as a business owner, I really couldn't take that much time off physically. Yeah. I did go back slowly. I transitioned to just 2 to 3 days a week and then let Lorna kind of handle the rest. Yeah. I would only be there a couple hours at first, but I have transitioned back into pretty much almost full time.
Yeah.
Because I am fully booked and Lorna is starting to get fully booked as well. So like that was the goal for both of us to be fully booked. Yeah. And then if I needed her to take on more of that, that client load off my shoulders, she would be able to do it. Incredible. And, you know, in the beginning it was super helpful, but now like it's great. I have my mother-in-law, we have family helping us watch Remy while we're at work.
That's such a blessing.
It really is. I don't know how people do it without help.
It's hard.
Even with help, it's hard.
Yeah.
So I am just so thankful for her. But yeah, having that help from family obviously helped us be able to go back to work smoothly and not really have to worry about finances. So we just...
That's huge. I'm so happy for you. That's,
thank you.
Again, such a blessing. And it sounds like everything has worked out the way it's supposed to. And it's perfect timing. I mean, literally, that's hilarious that you were finishing your book as you...
Yep. Not even kidding. Like, I think I posted a picture like the day that Remy was there and I was like, hee hee hee, just like on my laptop, like on the little bouncy ball in the room.
Yeah.
But yeah, those were before the contractions started to get really bad. So
you're like, I couldn't finish that. Yeah, you're
chilling.
like, I finished the ebook and then my contractions started getting happier.
Literally, stronger. The nurses kept walking and they were like, this girl's serious? Like,
I know.
Are you okay? I'm like,
it's
once
so
I
funny.
start like cursing and praying to God, come give me the epidural. But right now, I'm chilling.
Literally. Oh my gosh. I love that about you. It's so funny. And then as far as, I want to circle back to you, essentially now your employee is about to be fully booked. What does that look like for your practice? Are you just happy now? Or are you going to think about expanding?
So when I first started my business, I actually never even thought I would ever hire an employee. I was totally okay with just having one room and just like, I was just fine with just being solo. I never really wanted to be managing anyone or be the boss of anyone. I feel like I'm such a like, no worries if not girly that I'm like, how am I supposed to be telling someone like what to do? But Lorna, I'm so lucky with Lorna. Like she takes constructive criticism so well. And she's always like, what can I do to be better? So I just have it really, really good with her. I'm very lucky.
That's huge.
But what were we saying?
Do you plan on hiring?
Again? Right now, no. Like I am so content just with me and her. I'm trying to be super present with Remy. And I know that even if I did have the space right now to hire on somebody else, my mental capacity is just not there right now.
Absolutely.
I'm totally okay with just having Lorna for right now. If we ever do open up a bigger storefront, I will absolutely probably have to hire like a front desk, at least one assistant, probably another esthetician. So yeah, it's a 5-year goal for sure. But right now, I don't know. I'm totally okay with where we're at.
It is that's amazing. I'm so happy for you. It's so hard to manage, honestly, at this age, like having a baby. Like I feel like the first 3 years when you like, because I went through it with my son, he's 8 now, and I just felt like I'm like, my brain just isn't all the way there to like take on everything at once. And it's okay to take those steps. I mean, if you're content and happy in the place that you're at, there's no reason to force things. I mean, right now I'm like, I want a storefront, I want this, I want that. But it's like, okay, it's not in the right timing now.
Yeah, I know deep down that as badly as I'm like, we could do so good, like we're ready for it. Yeah. Mentally, I'm just not ready to take on such a huge like headache of getting permits and a build out and loans. Like, girl, I do not want all that right now. Like I am soaking up every single second of this like new mom baby stage. Like I love it so much. And I know that would just take away so much more of my time from Remy. And I just don't want to do that right now. So yeah, not in the cards anytime soon, but that's totally fine.
It'll all happen in its perfect timing. I'm a firm believer in that.
For sure.
So for you now, having your baby and you just moved into a new house, is it still in the same vicinity?
I would say it's like 15 minutes out. So we were originally downtown Orlando. We're in Baldwin Park now. So that's like 15 minutes away.
Do you feel like it affects your daily routine now that you're
not at all? I would say like before when I lived in the apartment, I could hit the snooze button a couple times and then just be like, it's fine. I'll still get there early. Like I'm literally downstairs. But no, I cannot hit the snooze button at all, especially with a baby. I feel like I'm up earlier than I need to be with her. She is on like a really good routine now, wakes up around 6:30 every day. So I'm like, it would be stupid of me to go back to sleep.
All I need is my coffee, my baby, and I'm good.
Yep. Hook me up to an IV of coffee and I'm good to go.
Oh yeah. And as far as like, I guess like as far as motherhood and owning a business, what is like one piece of advice that you would give to somebody that's like in the process of taking that maternity leave besides
don't feel guilty.
Okay.
There are so many things. I mean, so many things like that I felt so guilty about. I'm literally gonna cry.
Aww.
Yeah, I had like a lot of guilt, you know, going back to work, but it was all for the greater good. I felt guilty just like not being on social media as much as I used to be. And I think I amount my success to how busy I am at work, physically being there and outside of work. You know, before I had her, whenever I would come home, I'd immediately like be on my phone trying to make content or recording myself doing my skincare routine, and I definitely don't do that as much anymore, like at all. And now like I don't feel guilty about it at all. In the beginning I definitely did. It took me a while to realize that is you know, not my normal anymore. Like being present with her the second I'm home is normal. That is what I'm supposed to be doing. And I don't feel as guilty anymore, but it was really hard in the beginning. I felt so guilty, like I was never doing enough. It got to the point where like my esthetician friends would reach out and they'd be like, hey, are you okay? I haven't seen you like posting much on social media. I'm like, I'm good. Like I promise. I'm just so busy with Remy. And I originally had a subscription. That was another thing I meant to talk about earlier. Before I was going on maternity leave, like right before I'd started a subscription. So while I was at home, I could, you know, like answer any questions that estheticians had for their business or share client routines, stuff like that. And even that got a little bit overwhelming for me. I was like, oh, I don't know if I can do this now that Remy is here, you know? So I actually canceled my subscription, like 2 months ago. And that has huge weight lifted off my shoulders. Like the money, like honestly wasn't even worth it for me. I felt like unless I have so much to give, I feel like it's not even fair for me to charge for a subscription anymore. So yeah, so I felt really guilty at first, but if I could just go back to me 6-7 months ago when I was in that fresh newborn stage, I would just give her a hug and be like, it's okay. Like you're doing enough. 'Cause I definitely was beating myself up a little bit for
Oh my gosh. Thank you so much for sharing that and being vulnerable. I really can feel you on a deeper level when it comes to that guilt and not feeling like you're doing enough. And I mean, comparison is the thief of joy. And I can relate to that because when I had my daughter, I'm like, I almost felt like a failure because I wasn't posting as much on social media. I felt like it was really hard for me to stay on top of it and then being like, okay, how does everybody else do it? It's so hard because at the time when I had my son, I wasn't on Instagram. It's totally a different season. And I am like, when I see you, and it's interesting because when I see you, I'm like, oh wow, she's doing great. She's killing it on social media. I would have had no idea that you were going through that season of your life because social media, obviously we show the wins and it's I mean, who wants to like cry on social media?
No,
truthfully?
I'm not. I'm definitely like, it's funny. I am such an emotional person. Like cancer girlies, please rise.
Yes.
I'm such an emotional person, but it's rare that I let people see it on social media. But I mean, like even to my subscribers, I was always like, guys, like I feel like I'm not doing enough. Like I don't know if I should do this. And I am so thankful for all of those subscribers, all those estheticians that were they just let me have my time. They're like, don't even like worry about us. Like whenever you're ready to come back, but we will still be here. And I was so grateful that they held space for me during that time. But at the end of the day, you know, I tried a few months after that, but I still just felt like it wasn't right. I didn't have the energy for it anymore. And it's not to say that I'll never do it again, but right now, like all my focus should be on Remy. So,
absolutely. And it's so interesting. I was actually, I was part of your subscription, your monthly subscription. I think we all get in our head that we're not doing enough because in your subscription, I was like, this is worth it. Like I mean, I understand how you feel because I've been in that position where it does feel like a weight off your shoulders, but like we all get in our heads so much. But if that's what's going to make you feel better at the end of the day, that's all that matters. Like, I'm like, oh man, like she was killing it. But I get it. I get it. It's like,
I did feel good. After I canceled it, I was like, like, I felt like I could breathe. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you feel like there's people always depending on you. I actually went through a similar thing with my subscription. I was like, this is a lot to keep up with. I mean,
your Patreon is like amazing though.
Thank you.
This is the best subscription I've ever subscribed to. It's so good. Yeah.
I appreciate that. And I think that's where I realized I'm like, don't have so many different things to offer. Like you don't need to be here and there. And my initial thought process was, oh, I'm going to be doing more behind the scenes and things that people don't see on the regular basis. But oh my gosh, when you have kids, forget it.
Yeah.
Like it's crazy. And that guilt of, I mean, I think it comes from like integrity of like not wanting to charge people if you feel like you're not giving that value, even though from an outer perspective, you're like, somebody's probably like, no, I love it. Like you're doing amazing. Like I get so much value from this. But I mean, it comes down to how you feel and what you're putting your energy into as a business owner.
Exactly. And I knew, okay, even though all these people are like, girl, keep it. It's worth it. Like, I don't even care if you post like once a week. Like, I'll still keep it.
Yeah.
I appreciate that so much. But at the end of the day, it's nothing. It's no one else making me feel pressured. It was just me.
Yeah.
I was constantly thinking of like, what can I post today that people could benefit from, or like something they don't know. It was just taking away from my public social media presence as well. And at the end of the day, like, other than Remy and my family, I also had to put my clients in the treatment room first above helping other estheticians, unfortunately. So maybe I'll come back to that down the road.
Yeah.
But I'm very happy that I decided to cancel it for right now.
You're like, put it on pause. There's always a time to bring it back if needed. Exactly. It's not going, I mean, who knows? Subscriptions will like end next week, like TikTok did. Who knows? Yeah. Instagram's so weird. It's like up and down.
Trying to get a hold of anyone on Meta, forget about it.
Oh my gosh.
It's a joke.
No, it's so funny. Which I don't care. I'm like, whatever. But I actually started my subscription and they never paid me. So I was posting for like 3 months and they never paid me.
You're not the only one that I've heard that happen to. And do you ever remember, like, this was probably like a year ago, but a bunch of estheticians' accounts were getting hacked?
Yeah.
A bunch. Like, a bunch.
Yeah, it was scary.
My friend Tara, she has a great subscription as well. And someone hacked into her Instagram account and stole somehow all of her money from her subscriptions.
That is awful.
Yep.
I would die. I'm like, that's literally like that's why, like, I'm like, I don't even know what to do with Instagram anymore because it's so scary. And, like, I am verified because of that extra protection, but I can't rely on their support.
No.
Like, there's no way. Like, if your account's gone, it's gone. Like, you can't reach out to Instagram support. It is awful.
Yeah.
But thank you so much again for sharing that. Like, I love you so much. And I feel like I've literally known you for, like,
a while.
A long time.
I feel like before you...
I worked at Design Me Med Spa.
Yes. I knew you then. I think I had like reached out to you before I even opened my business. Yeah. And I was like, are they hiring? Like, this is back when I was working for someone else and it just didn't work out. I didn't know if I wanted to start my business at the time or not. And I think I had reached out to you and I was like, are they hiring? So how long ago was that? It was like 4 years ago almost.
Oh yeah, it was anywhere from 4 to 6 years ago because
probably 4 years ago.
Yeah, because I've been in Arizona for almost 3 years now. So it had to have been like
I
5 years probably.
Left like shortly after I had reached out to you.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh.
I know. I was like, girl, I would hire you in a heartbeat if I was the manager.
That place was like, I just felt like very aesthetically pleasing on Instagram.
It was so cute.
And I was like, oh my God. I just didn't know what I wanted to do with my life.
Can you imagine if we ended up working together? That would have been a dream.
Crazy, but look at us now.
Yeah, exactly. It wouldn't have. It happened the way it was supposed to. Yeah,
exactly.
I know, and I'm like, it's so funny because I feel like we just have so much in common. And even when you're expressing these things, I'm like, girl, I feel you with the motherhood thing.
If anyone gets it, it's you.
Yeah, and the SpongeBob memes. Like you're the only one who gets it.
Literally.
Like I can send like anybody a SpongeBob meme, and they're like, you're weird. But like if I send it to you, like today, I'm like,
kids will never know.
No, they'll never know. It's
SpongeBob
so funny.
now is weird.
Yeah.
But the OG SpongeBob, like, We know.
Oh yeah, now it's just like they did way too much with it. I don't know what it is.
I know.
But so last time I talked to you, you had just brought on Glacial. Has anything else changed? Do you plan on bringing on any other devices?
Again, probably not within the next 6 months or so, but maybe in the future. I'm really not looking for anything right now. I feel like all the gaps are filled when it comes to like treatments and results. Like, I'm doing great with what I have. I think if anything, maybe a laser. But I do not have a high demand for that right now, and I have no problem referring my clients out to someone who does have it that's near me. I have plenty of referrals. So yeah, not right now, no.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat. I would eventually love to bring on like something like Aerolase or, you know.
Right, yeah.
But if you don't have like a high demand for something, why would you invest in it? I mean, it's like buying a freaking house. It's insane.
I feel like Aerolase and like a lot of these other like super fancy machines and devices, like we see other providers get these machines and then we compare ourselves to them.
Yeah.
Like subconsciously, we might not even be doing it on purpose, but we're like, oh my God, like they just bought this device, like, and they're doing so good with it. Maybe I need it. Maybe my clients will want this. Let me do it. But like, I really, if I could tell estheticians out there anything, like take your time and really think about it. Like, do I have a high demand for this? Is anyone even asking me about this service right now? Because if they're not, if they've never heard of it, do you really need that?
Absolutely.
Probably not.
It's so true. And like, can you pair it with your treatments that you currently offer?
Is it going to fill any gaps in your business? Yeah. If it does, maybe. But
like Glacial, I mean, it's a perfect add-on to every single service.
Right. And it only elevated my services.
Yeah.
So I'm obsessed with it. I was looking for something for rosacea that didn't have a lot of downtime. So that one was perfect for me.
Yeah, absolutely. And then do you still carry like, you still carry Face Reality, BioRepel, Skin Pen?
Yep. I have all of those services and products. Face Reality, I am slowly dwindling away from. Ever since they reformulated their Acne Med to Advanced Acne Med, all of a sudden, a lot of my clients that were clear were starting to break out again, and any new clients that I had put onto it were not getting clear as fast as they normally would.
Oh yeah.
And with Face Reality reformulating their Acne Med, I do think it's okay for people who have dry, sensitive skin. However, most of my clients are oily, resilient skin types with tons of acne, tons of pustules, and they need something strong. Like benzoyl peroxide was designed to be strong and effective, not to be some like gentle ingredient with some hydrating ingredients with it, you know? So I'm like, why did you fix something that wasn't broken to begin with?
Yeah.
So that's when I had done a bunch of research and I was searching, and then eventually Maddie with Mixi Skincare, she had created that skincare line and she rode so hard for Face Reality. So I knew, okay, if she had created her own skincare line, she must be going through the same thing I was going through. So I started with just like one or two of her products to see, you know, how my clients would do on that. Eventually started to bring on everything else, and my clients started clearing up so fast. So I've seen everything I needed to see. I'm super happy with Mixi Skincare so far. Yeah,
me too. I made the complete transition. It was honestly a little bit scary because, I mean, Face Reality is what I started my business with to treat acne and to make that transition. But it's all about the way that you communicate it with your clients is like, this is what's best for you. This is actually an elevated version of what you're already on. And we can create an even better outcome with the current routine that you have. And it has been wild. I remember when they first reformulated their Acne Med, and I was like, oh, okay, like whatever, like I trust the company. I mean, it can't be that bad, right? Like it's supposed to be better. And then as I started carrying it, I'm like, why are my clients not, like, why are they breaking out again? Like, I'm like, why are, like, not, no, and literally. It's normal to get breakouts, but like, why are they excessively breaking out? Why are they, and I don't know if you've noticed this, but I have never experienced like I don't know if you've seen it, but maybe it's in the climate that I'm at, but like the most like deep like blood clot cysts, like it's so insane. I don't know if you've dealt with that.
Yeah, a couple times here and there. I do have a couple clients that are prone to them. And it's so crazy too, because when they reformulated, I had actually reached out to someone with Face Reality, just expressing, my concern. I'm like, is there any way I can still buy the old Acne Med? Like, I was doing fine when it was the old Acne Med. And they just gaslit me. And they were like, no, this is designed to be better. Like, it should be fine. Like, maybe it's, they were trying to say it's like something wrong with my client.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay. So that kind of left a bad taste in my mouth. And
I mean, they're not listening. I think that's the problem, is that so many people have issues. And I reached out to them as well. I was like, hey, I have like a very severe case. It was kind of like, it was really scary how bad her skin progressed. And I'm like, you guys need to fix this.
Have you also had any of your clients have any complaints with Ultra Gentle Cleanser and Moisture Balance Toner?
Yes. Reactions.
Yes. Dermatitis, crazy flare-ups. I'm like, what is going on? Something as gentle as Ultra Gentle Cleanser and Moisture Balance Toner. Yeah. Why are my clients having like these crazy rashes all of a sudden?
It's insane. I feel like they like maybe sneakily reformulate it, or they just have lower quality from their supplier. I don't know what is happening.
I know Face Reality has a lot of alcohol in their products, but that wasn't news to me. So I don't know what it is, but specifically Ultra Gentle Cleanser, I've had so many people. I'm like, okay, if I'm only having them use Ultra Gentle Cleanser and Comfort Cream and sunscreen, and then they're still having these crazy rashes, I'm like, let's stop Ultra Gentle Cleanser. Let's use something else, like Barrier Balance Cleanser or a different brand. And then the rash goes away. I'm like, okay, I know exactly what it is. Yeah. It's happened so many times. I completely agree.
And if I won't even put people on Ultra Gentle Cleanser. Nope. So my like go-to is always for a Gentle Cleanser cleansing gel.
Yep.
Like, never do I have anybody have any issues with that cleanser.
Okay, but I love Skin Better so much, but the $5 increase on every product.
Oh my gosh.
They're making it so hard for me to like vouch for them.
Yeah.
And like cleansing gel was my go-to forever too.
Yeah.
I cannot confidently recommend a $50 basic cleanser. So now I've been recommending Mixi's cleansing gel.
Yes.
And it's so good.
It smells so good.
It does. Yeah. And my clients are obsessed with it. They're like, okay, thanks for saving me like $15.
Yep.
This is amazing. It actually is gentle and it doesn't feel like super stripped.
Yeah.
And it's actually like eyeball safe. I feel like with cleansing gel sometimes it would irritate my eyes a little bit if I was washing my lashes with it. But with the Mixi cleansing gel, no irritation at all.
It is an amazing cleanser.
Sorry,
those are my two favorite. But yeah, I am a little disappointed with the price increase. I mean,
like,
it was so random too. It's not even, that's my problem, is that number one, you already did a price increase, a year ago? I mean, I feel like it was recent.
Yeah.
Maybe time has just flown.
But I think it was only like $1, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
but
$5. It kind of sounds like ever since L'Oreal bought them out, they're trying to figure out ways to make.
I don't know.
Who knows?
I think a $5 increase, like that's a violent jump.
Yeah.
A violent jump, because now these already insanely expensive products, like you add another $5, so a $45 cleanser to a $50 cleanser, it's like, all right, let me just sit back and think, like, is it worth it?
Yeah.
I don't know. However, I will ride hard for Alto, Alpharet, and Trio. Like, they really are the best.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry, but I'm still gonna use those till the day
I agree.
I die.
It is disappointing, but I love Skin Better. I'm like, it sucks the position that I'm in, because I will literally, I mean, I was just like, I just love their products so much. I'm like, so good. I was angry at the price increase, but I also love the product so much, and I feel like they have never done anything like Face Reality, like as far as sliminess.
No.
So,
for sure.
And I feel like, I mean, my main thing with Face Reality is that they're not addressing the problem. Like, it's kind of like leaving all these estheticians high and dry. And what I've noticed as well is there's a lot of new acne experts that are like, oh, I never worked with the old formulation, and I don't know what you guys are talking about. Like, I don't know what you're talking about, because that's all I know. And I'm like, girl, if you only knew the old formulation.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, that sucks. That's like, for them, I guess, like, I get why they wouldn't understand that. So they're probably very confused at all the drama, but I mean, who knows? Maybe they'll see once they're like, why are my clients like not getting as clear as they should be?
Absolutely. Are you still carrying select products from Face Reality?
I am, because I do have clients that are doing well on it, and have no need to switch. They're still clear. They're not having any reactions. But at the same time, they are also like, hey, saw your story. Like, I kind of want to try Mixi now. And I'm like, okay. Yeah, I haven't had a single person have any complaints with Mixi, but I do still carry some things from Face Reality. And I do still love their daily SPF. It is really nice.
Do you like the new formulation?
Yeah. Yeah, it's not bad. I personally don't notice a difference at all.
Yeah.
But yeah, they said it's supposed to be more glowy. I'm like,
you're like, I'll take the glow.
Sure. Yeah.
That's so funny. I know. I definitely, so I'm going to be like ordering, I have clients that I literally drop ship for. Like I have a ton. They're like, hey, I need to order more Face Reality. If they're not having a problem, of course, you know, I mean, I am happy for my clients that don't have any issues, but moving forward, Mixi is going to be my acne line that I carry.
Same
it's
here.
like, if you're dealing with acne, you're going to be on a full regimen with Mixi.
Absolutely.
And it's a little bit of a tricky transition for anybody, you know, in your business, but I think like the best way to go about it is just making it an exciting thing, telling them that it's like an elevated experience. It's going to be 10 times better. The results are going to be better. And it's like, it's all the way that you communicate. Cause I've had a lot of people who are like, well, I'm scared. Like, how do you communicate that with your clients? How are you doing it?
The same way. I'm just excited about it.
Yeah.
I feel like it was really easy to transition my clients that were already having issues with Face Reality. They were just as excited as I was because they're like, girl, whatever you think is going to help me, like sign me up. Here's my card. So they were just as excited as I was. And I feel like unless you are excited about it, like your clients can feel that energy. You know, if you're confused or you don't know what you're talking about, they're going to feel that and be like, I don't know. You seem like you don't know either. So but you know, like definitely I would say take the time to decide if it's right for you to bring it on. But if you genuinely feel like this is going to help your clients, then do it. Yeah. And it's really easy to just bring it up to them, be like, hey, I know you love Face Reality. How are you feeling are you open to switching it up and trying something similar price point, just a little bit better? Yeah. I have not had one person say, no, I'm not open to it. If I think it's going to benefit them, I have their best interest at heart, they're down.
And your acne clients, and you know this, they're ride or die for you. They just trust you. They are like, whatever you say, I trust you. And that's the biggest thing. I'm like, I think that's also like the relationships that you have with your clients. I think that a lot of people, not a lot of people, but there's some people that may not be in the same position. Maybe they charge like lower prices and people are like, well, they're penny pinching for you. So I do think you have to have like a good base clientele for people to trust you.
For sure.
If you're offering discounts, people are going to expect that's what they get out of you.
Exactly. I don't believe in discounts.
Me either. I never do discounts.
Down, bonus up, always.
Add value.
Discounting takes away from the value. Exactly. Yeah. So I feel like, and it's not on estheticians that are offering discounts. I feel like they have the right intention.
Yes.
They're like, oh, I want to make it more accessible for people. But in reality, you are just attracting people who are always going to look for a discount.
Absolutely.
Now, for my VIP clients that have been with me for the beginning, not that I'll give them a discount, but I'll always like throw in an extra, like, hey girl, you want some dermaplaning today? Hey girl, you want me to glacial you today? I think you could really use it. Like, I'll just throw it in there for my OG clients that have been there since day one.
Yeah.
You know, just elevating the service for them. But I don't do discounts. I feel like it does create a lesser perception.
Yeah. I mean, I always say you get like the Groupon of the world of clients, and it's like, I mean, you're building the foundation of your business. So why are you going to attract people that is going to make your job unhappy?
Right.
Where you're going to be unhappy at the end of the day, and it's not going to make your job enjoyable, and you're not going to be able to keep up with the consumables of these products.
Exactly.
It's so expensive. Like, it is the running a business is, you don't just make $20,000 a month and you take home $20,000.
No. What? I'm lucky if I even get half that.
Yeah.
Like it definitely costs money to make money, especially in the beginning. So when you're investing into these product lines and the devices and, you know, things that you want for your studio, like it definitely is an investment. But in order to be sustainable, you should be profitable. And if you're constantly discounting all your services, like we already don't make 100% of what we charge, you know, that's going towards rent, consumables, taxes,
retail, everything.
Everything, literally. So we can't really afford to discount our services, to be honest.
And I think it's also the mindset that you go into your business. It drives me crazy when people are like, oh, it's so expensive. I'm like, well, how are you going to grow? Like, truthfully, like if you, number one, you have to believe in what you're bringing on. Like, I'm about to bring on Plated, and it's a big investment. And I'm like, if I were to think, oh my gosh, like, this is so expensive, I don't know about it, I'm just going to do it. Like, no, it's not going to sell. No. And I'm wasting my money at the end of the day, and I don't believe in what I'm selling, and I'm just not going to ever get to that next level because I'm stuck in a broke mindset.
Yeah. And I think believing in what you're selling is key.
Yep.
Obviously, you're not bringing on Plated because you just want to make more money. As we know, like, it is a big investment already because, one, it's expensive, and two, they do have minimum order requirements. So I think you have to order, like, 12 of each one. So you would not do that. You would not bring on Plated if the results weren't there.
Yep.
You already know the results are there. You know what it's doing for people, and you believe in it. And that's why you're doing it. You're not doing it because it's a high ticket value item.
Exactly. And I personally try everything before I bring it on. I'm all about learning about new products that come out and making sure that, like, I trust the brands, but I also want to try it for myself. And not that I'm going to be the perfect, clientele, let's say, like, market for a certain product, but, like, I want to make sure that I believe in whatever I'm bringing on. And that is, like, huge for me. I don't just like Face Reality at one point was dropping, like, so many new products at once, like Hydra Remedy. What was the other one? Oh, their new Acne Med formulation. And I'm just like, I was forced into Acne Med, unfortunately, but, like, I want to make sure that I'm trying it before I'm recommending it, because that's how I sell things. I mean, I just want to believe in what I'm selling, and I want to love it. And not every client may love the products that you love, but at least you can authentically recommend something.
Not everyone loves Skin Better is all too advanced, right? Like, I hear from other estheticians and from clients, like, oh, I don't know, I didn't love it, it didn't do anything for me. It changed my life, and it changed several of my clients' lives. So I will continue to recommend it for the people that I think it could benefit from.
Absolutely.
It is obviously not for everyone, and I know that, which is why I don't recommend it for everyone. But if you do have, rosacea, signs of aging, it is incredible. So who am I to gatekeep something that I know is amazing?
Absolutely.
And same thing with Plated. Like, their, I think their hair serum that they have or whatever, that I'm about to buy that. I'll buy it from you, actually. Because I'm like, thanks, girl. What? That is incredible. And I'm sure that's another reason why you're bringing it on, because that fills a lot of gaps in your business.
Yes, absolutely. And I'm like, again, I like make sure I tried Plated before I brought it on. I like experimented the crap out of it, because I'm like, this is an expensive investment, you know? But yeah, it goes down to the mindset and making sure that you believe in what you sell. Like, honestly, Trio from Skin Better was like the first product into, I know medical grade skincare isn't an actual term, but like into medical grade skincare. It's the easiest way to understand it, right?
Exactly. I see all these posts like, medical grade skincare
I know.
isn't regulated. I'm like, okay, but you get what we're trying to say.
Exactly.
It is better than what you can find over the counter.
Exactly.
Also, everything over the counter is typically bought like in bulk. We don't know how long it's been sitting there.
Exactly.
When you're ordering from us, it's probably been on our shelves max 2 weeks, and it flies right off.
Oh yeah.
So
absolutely.
But yeah,
I know.
I get it. I get why people are like, it's not regulated. Yes. Okay.
It's
you're right,
like,
it's not regulated.
it's marketing though, because at the end of the day, how can a consumer like understand it in a simple way? It's like,
exactly.
I
started saying professional grade.
Yeah.
Again, not regulated, but it is professional.
Yeah.
You cannot go buy.
But then there's always going to be someone that's like, it's professional. It's the same thing as I'm like,
whatever. I
love that you did that.
Yeah.
That's a really great way to transition, instead of the people who are like, medical grade skincare isn't a thing. No, but Trio was my first product into medical grade skincare, and I fell in love.
So good.
It is so good. So I'm not going to lie. When somebody doesn't love Trio, I'm like,
you're wrong.
I know. I'm like, no, I know.
You're wrong.
Yeah. I'm like, what's wrong with you? Like, how do you not understand that this is the best moisturizer ever? Like, truthfully, I can't use any other moisturizer. Although I do love Mixi's peptide.
I do too.
So good.
I do too. It dries down really well.
Yeah.
You got to give it a second. I think you got to warm it up in your hands, and then it does feel like a little tacky at first. Yeah. If you give it a minute, I promise. Beautiful. No,
yes.
It's actually beautiful, and it actually works. I do feel like less inflamed when I use it.
Yes.
But Trio,
so good.
the juiciness, the glow that Trio gives you, like,
and
it really is a 3-in-1.
Yeah. And it's like, I mean, I use it every single day before I do my makeup and my sunscreen. It's like a great base for everything.
Yeah.
And I'm not kidding. Like, especially being in Arizona. I mean, I loved it in Florida when I lived here. And then when I moved to Arizona, I'm like, my skin feels like a cactus. Like, literally, I'm not kidding. When you move to Arizona, if you ever visit, guys, it is awful. And Trio is my lifesaver. Like, I'm like, I can't live without this. And just the way it feels on your skin, it's just amazing.
Once you start, you literally cannot go back, because then everything else is like a very sad downgrade.
I know. You're like
okay,
nothing.
But it's not Trio.
No, it's so
like,
true.
Yeah.
I know. And I remember when I first started my business, like that was my non-negotiable. I know it's crazy. I mean, I think every state is different. So like your medical director cost and all that is different. So for me at the time, I'm like, it made sense for me as the line that I believed in, because I genuinely could not sell anything but Trio. Like, it's crazy. And the type of clients that you get when you carry Skin Better and carry Hydrofacial, it's like you can't have the mindset as, oh my gosh, it's so expensive. No, you're going to get a premium clientele.
Exactly. You literally will.
Yeah.
I brought on Skin Better 4 months of opening my business as well. I hired a medical director. I knew that is exactly what I wanted. Like, the first medical grade, whatever you want to call it, was Skin Better. And then, Skin Pen and everything else followed suit shortly after that. But DMK and Skin Better were like at the top of my like must-haves. And I'll never look back. It's been amazing. And they really do take care of their employees. Like, Kristen, right?
Yes, I love her. I'm so sad.
Everyone is like, I'm so jealous she's your rep. She really is so amazing.
Yeah.
Like, the reps
she was
are
the best rep ever.
Yeah, she's great.
And your rep does make a big difference.
It does. It really does.
I've had great reps that I feel supported by, and then I've had horrible reps where I'm like, where are you? Do you even exist? It's crazy. I feel like I've had a handful of those where I'm like, it sucks when you don't have that support.
Yep.
I'm sad that Hydrofacial doesn't have they don't have a rep anymore, right? I don't even know where my rep exists.
So from my understanding, because I was wondering the same thing, I was always reaching out to someone who I thought was my rep.
Yeah.
But every time I would, they would always be like, hey, if you're having problems with your device, call tech support. Basically just like brushing me off, like, you don't have me as a rep unless you spend a certain amount with Hydrofacial every year. So they have like this tier system.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if it's still like that, because I really haven't had to reach out for anything. Knock on wood, thank God. But at the time when I was having issues with my Syndeo, it was always tech support. Like, I really didn't have much of a rep support at all.
I do wish that Hydrofacial was better about that. I think every brand, not every brand, but a lot of brands like lack something. But I wouldn't take back like owning a Hydrofacial for the world. Like, I truly believe in the device. I believe in everything about it. But there's always something. I'm like, come on, like, get it together. But their support used to be amazing. Like, I remember when I first carried, when I first got my Hydrofacial device, it was amazing. I worked at med spas, and Jamie, I don't know if you have, Jamie's your Skin Pen rep, right?
Yes.
So she is so amazing. She was the Hydrofacial rep, and then she transitioned to Skin Pen. And I just felt so supported by the brand. And I think that does make a big difference with the way that you feel towards brands.
Absolutely. I have, like, for example, Glacial, they've been amazing since day one and continue to be amazing. Like, I have not had a single complaint. Their rep support is unmatched from any other brand. I have like 5 different reps for different things. I have like a rep I go to for consumables. A rep I go to for like sales. There's so many different reps that I have that I'm like, sometimes I don't know who to
You're
ask.
Like, who do I go to?
But you literally have someone in your pocket for everything at any time. They are really incredible.
That is amazing. Did you end up speaking for them? Or are you going to?
I did like a webinar thing for them.
Nice.
That was really cool. I was supposed to speak at the West Palm convention last year. It was like right after I had Remy.
Yeah.
But there was a hurricane and it got canceled.
No.
It was,
oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's okay.
You'll have more opportunities in the future.
Yeah.
Everything's in the right timing.
Exactly. And thinking back, I'm like, I was freshly out of the delivery room. I had no business going to West Palm
a
couple weeks after I had Remy to go speak or be a part of like the trade show. Like I just, everything was meant to be.
Yeah. How was your transition though? Like giving birth, and then like, did you feel like it took you a while to like get used to everything, or is she a pretty easy baby?
She's a really easy baby. Aww. Like we're so lucky. She is like, I don't know. We're really blessed with a really easy baby. Like even the nurses in the delivery room were like, your baby is just like super chill. Like let me check on her real quick. Like she was so chill, and like she still is just amazing.
She is a beautiful baby girl. I'm like, every time I see a picture of her, I'm like, that is the most beautiful baby I've ever seen. She's so pretty. Of course.
I know. Sometimes I'm like, am I biased? Do I have like the like baby goggles on where I think like, my baby is the cutest baby ever? But no, everyone's always like, keep posting her, please. She's
literally,
so cute.
I know. Like, I can't wait to see like facial videos with her one day with you. Is that the dream? Like your daughter to be your like Esty bestie?
Yes.
Like I can't wait to do facials on my daughter.
Yes, I cannot wait. Like I told Rob, I'm like, can you bring her to my office soon so I can like do her so soon maybe.
Oh, I can't wait to see photos and videos. But we have a dinner to catch.
Yes, we do actually. Yes. We better get going.
Literally. But I always ask everybody, as I'm sure you know, if you have one piece of advice to give to a newer esthetician, what would it be?
Wow.
Or just an esthetician. Anything. Not an esthetician. You know, I hope you know what I meant. Like, or just like anything. Anybody.
My best advice is to not be so hard on yourself. Like we are our own worst critics. We really are.
Absolutely.
And no one is judging you harder than you judge yourself. Like I was very open with my subscribers of how like guilty I always felt about not posting enough. And everyone was always being like, you're doing so amazing. And I was doing amazing. Like thinking back, like I was doing so good. Like I was doing more than what any fresh new mom could have been doing. And like just don't be so hard on yourself. And I think a lot of people get scared to put themselves out there on social media, and I get it. But the more you do, the more you make other people feel like they can be authentically themselves as well.
Yep.
I love when I see people posting like silly little things that I know is just so niche and so them, because it makes me feel like I can do that too. I can post other sides of me that are not just me and my business all the time. You know, like there is an actual person behind the business, and I have things to share. And people love that. So just post more of you, and
it's contagious.
It is. It really is. Yeah.
In an amazing way.
Yeah.
And then where can people find you? Thank you for that advice.
Yeah, of course.
On Instagram.
Oh, Skin Solutions by Rachel, of course.
The queen.
Yes.
Well, thank you guys so much for tuning in to today's episode. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.